legal YouTubers and free speech people are extra quiet. No, I think there's some legal YouTubers who have covered it, but they're like pro Ethan. Yeah.
No, they're just telling you the facts of the case. What are you saying? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. They're compromised, dude. They're pro Ethan.
And he made these comments, and Nicholas DeOrio, who actually had an amazing stream, I popped into that one, he had some comments. Hasan's thoughts about LawTube, because he's talking about the LawTubers and our coverage, and people like myself.
Let's talk about some of this new stuff. Now, I saw this yesterday. Lus, did you guys know this? I somehow missed this. Lus has actually gotten an email from the H3 Snark mod team. Like, I guess they tried to consult a lawyer, and their idea of consulting a lawyer was reaching out to a YouTube lawyer, Lus. Request for legal insight on fair use guidelines. I was shocked when I saw this.
You might be asking, why is Ethan coming after these free content? It's obvious, in my opinion. These free content creators, as smaller content creators, may have...
Thank you. Rip Ian's dignity. True.
...interacted with the H3 Snark mod. Right? Based on how much the H3 Snark subreddit loves them, they may have interacted with them in a way that they were interacting with a person's real name. And in Discovery...
While I personally have experience working with legal
I recommend watching
in
Nicholas
content
DeOrio's
clearance, this
latest
situation
video.
has pushed my legal knowledge to its limits. I am reaching out to humbly request your insight and guidance on a draft for fair use, clipping and guidelines. These guidelines are intended to help our members better understand how to share clips responsibly, avoid potential issues with DMCA claims. We believe these guidelines could be valuable for online communities navigating similar challenges. Your expertise in IP law and fair use would be invaluable in ensuring our community operates in good legal standing. We are very committed to educating our members and promoting responsible content sharing. Given your help, we hope to provide resources that benefits not only our subreddit, but also serves as a broader guideline for similar platforms. This is like, every YouTuber has their moment where they're like, I gotta contact a lawyer. Does anyone know a lawyer? And then they reach out to one of their YouTube friends and they're like, well, I don't know a lawyer, but my friend, he's like in law school right now.
Is this really lolly?
So I guess you could like maybe he could like consult on this because he's like learning it, dude. He's like he's in the trenches.
And in Discovery, Ethan Klein is entitled to all of that. Who knows what the percentage is, but
Despite Ethan's claim to the contrary, we believe that posting clips on our subreddit does not harm the market for H3 content. Ironically, critical engagement can even drive traffic for the original material as viewers add additional context. Controversies, discussions often lead to increased viewership of subsequent streams and views of H3. It is worth noting...
You, Nick?
Thank you.
I really like you.
That Ethan Klein himself built a career on fostering controversy for views. He should understand that critique and discussion is part of the broader media ecosystem.
Who knows what the percentage is, but I'm fairly certain that at least one of these moderators, who was a huge fan, let's say, of Denon's, probably interacted with Denon's using his real email, using his real name. When they interacted with me, only one interaction, they did use their first name. And I'm a complete stranger to them. I've never,
Okay, so what Lus is giving us here is like a bit more insight on the snark side of the actual lawsuit stuff. Because people are speculating, their schizo theory is that this really isn't as much about Denims and Frogan and Shawn the Black and fucking Caseytron as people are making it out to be. Obviously, they are the people who are being sued here. But people are thinking, I guess, like, they're speculating, there's a smoke screen up, that this is like a means to an end to do the broader snark targeting. Now, I don't know if that's the case, but Lus brings up a really interesting point right here, saying that this person used their first name just to interact with a lawyer that they've literally never interacted with on YouTube before. So now, when things get subpoenaed with like the other lawsuits, it is possible that they'll get more information on who these people actually are through this lawsuit. Inadvertently.
Oh, I've never interacted with the subreddit. I've never talked to it. I've never responded to email. When Discovery hits, you have to turn it over anyway. So if there ever is a text message with a phone number or an email, or, you know, God forbid they were using Facebook Messenger where it has your full name on it and the company you work at. God forbid they use LinkedIn. I kind of wish I could go back in time, help them out a little bit, and told them, you got to stop promoting these free people. You gotta stop promoting these people.
But the thing is, Lost, they wouldn't have listened to you. They would go, "Oh, wow, you're compromised." Frogan is like, Frogan is literally the iconic fucking YouTuber. We've got to support Frogan at all costs.
They are copyright infringing. Like, even though you are not posting the video on your subreddit, he's going to come after you. You know he's going to come after you, and you're giving him a reason to come after you legally. Like I said, this case will break these three individuals if this case has a high potential to financially break and ruin these three individuals for their entire lives.
Now, simultaneously, what's going on here is also the Snark people aren't in one lawsuit; they're named in 3 lawsuits. So they're like, if I understand everything that's happening correctly, they're on the hook for like 3 sets of legal costs if these people get like larger. Like if they get dragged into this all the way, they're in all 3 lawsuits.
And the H3 mod.
So that was the clip from Lus. Apparently the mods might have been contacting multiple LawTubers. Lus thinks there's a solid chance of discovery that it could open up to a bevy of issues for the defendants and mods. I found that very interesting. This is the kind of stuff I was hoping to find in some of the legal videos in the segment we did previously. There was some of this, but that is my biggest interest point here. Is the Snark people. Oh god, I have to play one meme. The H3 subreddit dropped this, and it's actually really fucking funny, dude. It's actually really funny.
Ethan, wake up.
Ethan, the dumb bitch is telling you to wake up.
Ethan, wake up. Wake up, Ethan. Wake up. Time to be awake, Ethan.
Wake up, Ethan. Ethan, wake up.
Oh my god. What is Wait, what? What? Why is he a dragon? Okay, I'm lost now. I'm completely lost. What is happening? What is it? What movie? What context is this? Okay, it was funny until the dragon. Why is there a Smug? Is it Smog? Is that what's happening? He's Smog? Okay, well, I don't know. That was kind of a miss. That was a misfire, all right? But yeah, dude, this fucking clip. Do you know what this clip was? We watched this a couple weeks ago before I went on my trip. The iDubbbz one that they chose to use here. Where is it? Right here. This is where he's like, yo, my friend was like just in the protest just now. It was crazy. They got like hit with tear gas. And then Ian was like, I wish that like I was there so I could have like caught a grenade and like threw the tear gas back at them, dude. That would be fucking... Imagine if we were like at the protest and I like caught tear gas and I like fucking threw it back at the police officers. Like this clip is actually one of the funniest things I've ever seen. I don't even know what part of the podcast, but it has to be that clip. That's where the reference is coming from for sure. Bro, I just knew I could fix my mom's heart if I could just get in there, dude. That's my favorite fucking reference. Ethan once again offers amnesty to past and present Snark moderators. We didn't cover this lawyer because they look like The Witcher. But anyways, this person had something to say that obviously intrigued Ethan.
A big list where they, have pinned posts entitled Content Nuke, Where to Watch, and Discussion. And so the issue here is that they are inducing copyright infringement. Now,
Timu Gerald.
There's a KFC.
Thank you.
Dragons in folklore are known for hoarding massive wealth. Yes,
Oh.
I said massive.
Oh, okay.
And do you know what else is massive?
Yeah. Why? Well, you know who else is known for that?
Where to Watch and Discussion. And
Dan Saltman is known for that.
so the issue here is that they are inducing copyright infringement. Now, in a lot of ways, it's actually worse to be one of the H3 Snark mods right now.
Dude, could you imagine? Imagine sitting there and you're watching the coverage. How bad is this for Denims and Frogan? And then the lawyer goes, you know who actually is fucked here? It's the moderators. The moderators are royally fucked right now.
Then the actual...
Oh, this is where I got that other thing I just said. I wish I knew that was why I put this clip in here yesterday.
Named people, because the H3 Snark mods are all just named as does right now. And the reason why is because each of these Reddit moderators has actually been named in 3 lawsuits.
Yeah, that's going to get really expensive really quickly. But I don't know how... I'll talk more about the lawsuit stuff in a little bit, but I am not confident that any of this stuff goes to like an actual fucking trial. I think there's like a 2% chance that these fucking lawsuits all go to trial.
Whereas the Twitch streamers are only named in 1. So this could get really expensive for these mods. I do not want to be one of these
Oh my god, dude. Ethan cut his fucking demon mode shit over
mods
it.
right now, and I'm very glad that
I think this got posted to our subreddit. And it was like Ethan Klein is psychotic, and I'm like, this is the best clip I've ever seen.
I'm not one of these mods right now.
And now when he says Amnesty is available, he means if you turn on the other moderators and give information early, then he'll just like, that's it. You're good. You're clean. Get out of here. Run off, little one. Run off, little one.
I recommend watching.
If you turn on the group, you can save yourself.
We talking about Ethan again, and I eat it up every time.
Up next, Ethan called out Reddit for allowing a normie subreddit to promote Robinhood. Okay, do you know the Robinhood thing? I didn't really cover this because it came from the Fox Maui, Fow Mau. I don't know how to say it. I'm going to be honest with you. I have no idea how the fuck you pronounce this. I don't know. It sounds like some beauty shit. I have no clue. Make up some egregious lies and ban anyone who tries to correct it. Essentially what they're saying is that people are taking bets on the death of Casey Tron and other people on fucking Robinhood. Like Robinhood created a new gambling thing to bet on how fast they're going to commit suicide. Again, this is literally like the ultimate rape review shit where they say that I do the funny meter or whatever, and that I'm like rating girls crying about how much they got raped or something, and they just spread that around and just repeat it like it's fact. In this case, they're just basically making up that Robinhood has a new suicide category that you guys can drop bets on. So that's awesome. Yeah, they just literally just make shit up. People should tag Robinhood and ask if they're aware. Well, somebody did. Thank you for reaching out on Robinhood and making us aware. We want to ensure that Robinhood does not participate in this, and that is false information. We'll have our internal team further investigate where this is stemming from. So Robinhood has responded that there is actually no official betting pool for when Casey Tron commits not alive. And by the way, I could have said suicide. I chose not to because I think it's funnier that way.
I really like you.
So
why?
So yeah, no, Casey Tron will not be. There are no bets on Casey Tron's death. Those are not being taken, at least not from them.
Lolly?
Hasan ponders where the heroes are in the streaming space to keep Ethan and Asmongold in check and tries rallying the troops. If this were 2 years ago, other big content creators would have called them out. Dude, I don't know if this is fucking true. I think that like. I firmly believe this. I don't know. People, I guess, are getting on my ass about it, but I am almost positive if somebody fucking sued one of these chair react streamers in 2020, maybe not a person or maybe not Ethan Klein, but like if somebody who was like more well liked,
Nicholas, the guy.
Bro, if Lemino filed fucking lawsuits on the people who were just basically republishing his videos with chair reacts and shit, I think that would have been viewed positively. I think that the anti-react stuff was so wildly hated that I think a couple of years ago, I think there still would be people supporting it. I think it partially is because it's Ethan Klein. I mean, it's because of all this other drama's happening, and it's because it's obviously tied to things outside of copyright. I guess the intention to sue is probably tied to things outside of copyright that have people like hypercritical. And it's also the implication, but I don't think the implication would have stopped people from saying this previously. Wasn't the big consensus on if you don't like Twitch streamers reacting to your content without asking permission, strike them? Am I the only one who thinks, like, that's how I remember it. If you don't like a Twitch streamer barely reacting to your content and re-uploading the video or something to compete against you, I'm pretty sure the consensus was fucking strike them. That was what I thought at the time, but I'm not really sure. I don't know. Maybe I'm misremembering everything. But yeah, this is the Hasan clip.
It's Keemstar orbiters.
That's me!
There are numerous examples of people that were just like cast aside as pariahs. But nowadays, a lot of the people that do speak out about this shit.
Hero. This is good news. He
needs a hero, yes.
Hero, Wiggler.
Cast aside as pariahs. But nowadays, a lot of the people that do speak out about this shit, a lot of people that do speak out about this kind of stuff are actually some of the most awful people, right? It's Keemstar orbiters that rely...
You know, I actually don't deny rapes and love terrorism, but I mean, I guess I am the most awful people.
...on this constant cycle of toxicity. So even the good side of commentary YouTube just basically stays quiet. And who is the good side of commentary? Like, is there any...
what is it, like Drew Gooden? Are you expecting D'Angelo Wallace to start piping up here? Like, what is your ideal content creator?
Content creators try to stay away from this drama because they don't want this kind of toxicity to come their way, which is understandable. Nobody wants this kind of a psychopath up their asshole all the time. But that's the problem. The less people push back against people like this, or even Asmongold, for example, for saying a whole bunch of insane things that actually make this space that we occupy a less safe space for a lot of our fans that are trans or have undocumented family members.
Oh my God, bro.
Or themselves are undocumented or fucking not white. You know what I mean?
Asmongold is personally putting people on the bus and sending them back to Mexico. That Asmongold is directly responsible.
I mean, like, when none of us push back against these large content creators and all of the big content creators that normally understand that
we need more content creators out here who are not shaking my hand.
This kind of thing is completely unacceptable, or even what Asmongold is doing.
Someone for Jarvis Johnson. I know that guy's probably like exactly what Hasan is talking about because I've literally never heard of him.
Doing is completely unacceptable. Keeps silent. The only voices you hear create a new permission structure.
I love this Hasan talking point. It's like, I'm trying to get more people involved here. All of the good YouTubers are cowards and they're letting the mean ones continue talking. So he's like pushing people to go and start bothering, I guess, these hypothetical virtuous YouTubers. That's very funny.
That make it seem as though everyone actually has this point of view. Everyone actually agrees with Ethan because the only people that I hear from are people who agree with Ethan, right? Or the only people that I hear from are people who agree with Asmon. And
you know what's funny? These guys were saying that the Ethan Klein, like the water was fine, dude. The Ethan Klein meta of making anti-Ethan Klein videos was just fucking was amazing a couple of weeks ago. When Noah Samson said that, guys, come out here, dude. There's a whole like anti-Ethan Klein
appreciated the shout out
wave right now. You know, it's the what color would that be? Red? Is that so? I don't know. Really dude, the wave is swept through. The water is fine. Get in here and criticize Ethan Klein. You know what I mean? Now all of a sudden, it's like nobody's talking about this. Why is nobody talking about this, dude? We need Mika's rhetoric right now.
And anyone who speaks out against Asmon is the recipient.
Yeah, dude, 2 weeks ago was the Ethan Klein industrial complex. The what happened, dude?
Orbiter,
what happened?
Mr. Oreo.
What happened to the commune?
An endless torrent of hate. I try to explain to people that this, like content creators, that this kind of silence in this circumstance unironically creates a less safe environment for everyone, including...
Dude, your silence means something, D'Angelo Wallace.
...themselves, because these guys will eventually move on and will go after someone else. And eventually it'll be someone that you love, right? Or even if it's like Asmon and Ethan.
By the way, who is the loved content creator that's being targeted right now? Is there like a whole group of people?
Is this really lolly?
Did people have Frogan shrines in their basement? Who's the loved content creator who's getting hit now?
I bracket off in different ways. Like Asmon is just right-wing reactionary.
Oh, the Wiggler.
And is just doing reactionary right-wing propaganda. Ethan is doing frivolous lawsuits and litigation in a way that actually is like...
Dude, we need Nick is Not Green to come out here and drop the worst video of all time, obliterating himself back to like pre-super mega status.
Very harmful to the space in a different way, right? He also does engage in some reactionary tendencies as well, but like... Overall, they're making a more toxic environment.
Why is Hasan Piker, like one of the biggest streamers on Twitch, being a fucking crybully right now? Oh no, guys, the silence means something. Dash the person who hasn't contributed to the legal funds of any of the friends of his that are being sued right now. Guys, come on! Somebody's gotta step up! That's great, Hasan. Can we get like, I don't know, like $50 for our lawsuit? No!
So when content creators are afraid of being involved in this because they see this as like toxic drama, they don't realize, but they end up creating a permission structure for this kind of attitude to persist. And that's it. And it just keeps
Hasan
growing.
is worried right now because he's lost control. The narrative, but dude, the context wagon has left the station. Okay, they don't have narrative. This is milieu. No, I'm kidding. They lost narrative control. The wider community thinks these people are fucking ridiculous, and that's bothering. Oh, dude. There's a secret red wave coming, dude. It's coming. The red wave.
I just saw Keffel's
It won't go
tweet.
anywhere unless people push
Nicholas
back.
DeOrio.
Keffels appreciated the show.
What is a context wagon? We stole that from who's the YouTuber who's fighting Tubbo? I think Sapnap was streaming and he's like, I don't know what's going on with Creative Clash. I need a context. Anyone have a context wagon? Does anyone have a context wagon that can he can bring? I don't know. I like the context wagon line. I'm using that now. It's mine. I stole it.
Dude.
Oh, it was Tubbo, not Sapnap. I don't know. To be honest, all Minecraft YouTubers look the same.
This is like.
So we're gonna check out Hasan Piker's like long response here. Specifically, I think to the Shawn stuff. This is a very recent one. We're not watching the original because, to be honest, I think we've moved past that part of the drama. But I am interested to hear his modern takes on this.
Slightest pushback on their Zionist way of viewing the world. Ethan Klein is apparently literally using the Donald Trump strategy of trying to bleed their opponents dry for everything they have to
What happened to just strike me if you don't like our reactions? I'm just so confused. I could have sworn that was what was going on.
Them. This is so insane, says Onion Person, because apparently he is looking to sue Shawn the Black as well.
I recommend watching Nicholas
Dude, his name
DeOrio's latest
is
video.
just Shawn.
Now, like, it's so transparently a mechanism of bullying people through frivolous litigation.
To be fair, this isn't a strike. Well, what do you think a strike is? What do you think a strike actually is? It's a legal takedown notice. I mean, yeah, you don't actually go to court, but if you file if he files the counter notification, guess where this whole thing is going, dude? Like, probably nowhere. But you know what I mean? Like, then you probably just get shit on. You probably can't afford to start the litigation process, but that's what a DMCA is.
Even if the litigation doesn't go anywhere, which it won't, for the record, it doesn't matter because the point is not to.
Speaking of, I actually didn't mention this.
Latest video.
I filed a counter notification today. I did. Yeah, I actually just filed one today. So Australia, the government of Australia has exactly 10 days from today to sue me.
I just saw Keffel's
So I might be
tweet.
getting sued. Who knows?
Nicholas DeOrio.
I was like, fuck it, dude. Fuck it, I'll say it. My video was fair use. I filed the counter notification. I'll keep you guys updated.
Actually win the point is not to actually win any sort of like damages. The point is to damage the opposition by putting them under a mountain of paperwork that's incredibly costly. I assume that's part of the reason why he.
I think there is a legitimate threat here with the So first of all, I don't think that we're gonna get like a bad precedent here. I don't think we're gonna Okay, hold on. Let me try to formulate this in the proper way before this gets clipped in a billion different places.
What's the name of the guy?
How do I word this?
Orbiter,
I'm gonna
Nick
kill
Oreo.
donations for this for a second. Thank you, by the way, for hitting the goal as well. So with the lawsuit, I find it extremely unlikely that we're going to see these people actually end up on trial, have a judge ruling, anything that could. And again, the types of stuff that they're getting hit here for, based off of the stuff that I've seen as a non-lawyer but watching lawyer content, it seems like the key point for Ethan is that they literally said they were trying to be like a market replacement. Right, in different ways, in different like contexts or whatever. The main insinuation, or even in some cases more direct statement, was that they were trying to become a market substitute for Ethan's content. I think that as long as you don't do that, you're probably fine. But I don't think the average reaction streamer is going to see anything associated with that could damage them. It is possible, but simultaneously, I also don't think we're going to get to a ruling. I think that this stuff is going to get settled. I don't. People are like, this whole Shawn thing is going on. I got a whole thing on Shawn. I don't think he's even going to sue Shawn. I think he's just fucking around on social media right now, and people are freaking out. I would be surprised if Shawn gets a letter in his door. But I think I don't know. I think that this stuff is going to get settled a lot faster than people think. That's just my guess. If I think that like the wet dream people seem to have that Denims is going to be standing there on trial or some shit. I don't think it's going to happen.
Doesn't try some like this with me, and he's just going after all these other people who are much smaller content creators who don't have the same financial freedom to be able to do so.
But what this is going to do, what potentially could come out of this that is kind of scary, is I was talking to somebody last night, and I said that I think there is a threat that rich content creators can now bully the shit out of any smaller YouTuber. And I think that there is a precedent set there, not a legal precedent, but I do think that that's going to be in the back of the mind of creators my size and smaller, right? But there is an inherent risk of making a video on a guy who's got a lot of money. Like, whether you think you're doing it right or you're not, that is kind of a scary concept. And they countered with me and they said, well, Nick, what's the difference between like Ethan Klein's video and like a major motion picture? And I said, well, the reality of the situation is there's no stronger fair use thing for Jurassic Park. The reason why why Sony, big music companies and movie companies have such a strong grip on these, like on communities and stuff like that, when people repost and try to make movie content, isn't because there's like a different standard of fair use for major movies and motion pictures. It's because they have endless amounts of fucking money. It's because I'm not filing a counter notification on Universal Studios. I'm not risking that. If Universal Studios sues me, I'm gonna fucking lose. Now, Ethan Klein's got a lot of fucking money. Maybe not as much money as Universal Studios, maybe not as much money as Sony, maybe not as much money as Disney, but is it really meaningfully different? It has nothing to do with how fair use I think my review of Jurassic Park is. I'm not counter notifying that. I think people are going to start thinking that way when they're associating with people like Hasan, even like Ethan Klein, these larger, more, I guess, they're people of money. I think that like that's kind of a scary reality out of this whole thing. Yeah, I don't know.
He basically said, oh, you guys said I was misogynistic. Well, guess what? I'm suing a black man now.
Yes, dude! That is so fucking base, dude. Yeah, you want to call me misogynist? That's fine.
I really like.
It's fine. Why? I'll sue a black man. That's how we'll do it.
Oh, you guys said I was misogynistic. Well, guess what? I'm suing a black man now. And
I'm fucking Sicilian, and he's not suing me. Okay, stop.
And
they're talking about Shawn.
Then turned around and apparently released this. He said, I understand my announcement that I'm going to sue Shawn the Black was upsetting to some.
Dude, you know what's funny? Remember when people were ragging on Stardust for saying that criticizing the ADL is fucking anti-Semitic? Which, by the way, I think is a stupid argument if she actually thinks that. But like now it's like suing a black man is racism. If you sue a black guy for, checks notes, theft, you're racist. Oh, suing 3 women, huh? Wife, children be damned. This is an incel that we're talking about here.
For in an act of superhuman grace, I will make you this offer. If the snarks...
Small Talk Stardust says she does not think that. Just to be clear, she's clarified that it's not the case.
Subreddit, Taylor Lorenz and Cat 10 Barge all apologize for calling me a misogynist. I will consider dropping the lawsuit against Shawn. This offer expires...
Okay, now, again, maybe I'm fucking totally firing from the hip here and I'm totally wrong. Does this not look like he's just trolling on vacation? Maybe am I coping? I understand my announcement that I'm going to be suing Shawn the Black was upsetting to some. Therefore, in act of superhuman grace, I'll make you this one offer. If the subreddit Taylor and Cat 10 Barge all apologize for calling me a misogynist, I will consider dropping this lawsuit against Shawn. This offer expires Sunday at 5:59 p.m. I think he's literally writing this cheek to cheek, smiling, laughing. This is... Like, dude, I'm sorry, superhuman grace? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, these guys are freaking out on social media right now. I think he's literally fucking with people. I don't think he's suing Shawn.
Apologize for calling me a misogynist. I will consider dropping the lawsuit against Shawn. This offer expires on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. I thought this was all about copyright litigation. What do you mean?
It's definitely not about copyright litigation. It might be partially about copyright, but it's not.
So he's just dangling.
And again, another thing, right? Wouldn't this look bad for his lawsuit? If he's really suing Shawn the Black over copyright, isn't this something that would look horrible?
Nick, are you not aware that it's bigotry if your lawsuit doesn't include at least one of every demographic?
Yeah, dude. We gotta get Lus in there, dude. We need an Asian guy.
I will consider dropping the lawsuit against Shawn. This offer expires on Sunday at 11:59 p.m. I thought this was all about copyright litigation. What do you mean? So he's just dangling litigation against people, random people, because other people...
Wait, why is it a random person? Did anybody see the clip of Shawn? To be like, just to be clear, I didn't know this. I thought like, oh, okay, we've got nothing really here on Shawn or something. Maybe it's just like a meme. No, he's got Shawn like dead to rights too. I didn't even know this. I don't know if I can find the clip right now. The clip was like, "No, Shawn," or something like that on one of the Reddit posts. I wish I had this. Not that one. There was literally a clip where he's dead to rights too.
Hurt his feelings by correctly calling him a misogynist. How is this just legal extortion? This is like extortion through litigation. Yeah, this is the last thing I'll say about this, but Ethan Klein is using me to force accomplished women journalists to grovel to him is ironically exactly the misogyny he claims is inaccurate in this very post.
Dude, it's like arguing with a woman online. Sir, that's actually misogyny.
False choice. 1, grovel to him as he exerts the control he wants to feel over women. 2, deny him whatever gratification he gets from that narcissistic behavior and subsequently be blamed by him for a smaller creator being sued. I reject this choice. F you, Ethan. And not even giving them the...
Dude, Shawn, he's like fucking Captain America over here. Wait, oh shit. No, I didn't realize. Okay, he's like Steve Rogers over here.
Option for the women groveling to lures to other women from the lawsuit. Carefully.
He's taking one for the team. He's like, fuck you, sue me. Let's go. Even though he was like coping. We have all the videos of him coping.
Crafted to only humiliate and inconvenience women. Amazing. Is it legal misusing litigation like this? Guys, I don't think you understand. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because he has a ton of money. Okay? Until he is deprived of all of that money, he can just do this permanently. Okay? That's it. Like,
oh, I got it, chat. Is this it?
True. I think you're happy not to give him any views. Of course. I probably will not be talking about Ethan again after this saga is over. So he's gonna cry and get all of his takes out about how either people are paying attention to him or people are not paying attention to him. How many people like this videos? How many people hate this video or whatever? He's gonna talk about it for the next 3 streams, but
no, I don't think this is it either. Fuck. Is it this one?
It's this one. Virgin. No, I am not.
The only
Why
people
would so many people
watching the video on the video feed are the people who like the video. Everybody else has decided to not give it views and watch it.
Oh man, dude. Okay, yeah. I think he has him fucking dead to rights. Yeah, look at this.
Are the people who like the video. Video on the main
His defense for why the video like to dislike ratio look like that is because everyone's watching all of the restreams.
Video feed, you know what I mean? The only people watching the video on the video feed are the people who like the video. Everybody else has decided to not give it views and watch it everywhere else. You know what I mean?
So like, I don't know if it's
people you sent to mass thumbs down. This is all you can do.
Like, I don't know if this is the worst clip they had, but it's probably enough to like, I guess, talk about him, right? I don't know if that's like the smoking gun he has on the other people, but that's definitely another, because this is what he's saying after fucking watching like an entire video. Oh, that's the Destiny one. But yeah, I don't know. Because he watched the whole video too.
Everyone, it's really interesting because like everyone understands that this is all completely ridiculous. Some people try to act as though there is a real purpose.
There's one of him reading a chat thanking for streaming the nuke so it didn't get a view. I think that was a thing too. What is this? Let me see.
I watched Dennis cover this. Big old nothing burger. I'm happy everybody's watching you guys instead of giving Ethan the views.
Oh, here, yeah, this is the one.
Yeah. Dennis cover this. Big old nothing burger. I'm happy everybody's watching you guys instead of giving Ethan the views. Yeah.
It's funny that they kind of just all adopted the same talking point, even again if it's not as malicious as the other people who are saying it, because that came from a donor too. Like they all had the talking points set up that led them to this moment.
Purpose behind this. There's a real way to finally take down these copyright abusers, right? That's not the case. He's just using a patent.
Do you think that Ethan was going around donating to these streamers under alt accounts to get them to say that? Could you imagine if he's like, uh-oh, Shawn hasn't said the thing yet. Let me send him a $5 super chat.
Control method. He couldn't do this in any other.
He's using the milieu control.
Right. That's not the case. He's just using a patent troll method. He couldn't do this in any other court. That's why he had to go and get his video copyrighted ahead of time. YouTube just responded on Twitter.
I don't think that's true either. I think the copyright thing ahead of time just means they can add damages, right? That's what all the lawyers have said. I don't think that has anything to do with it.
Twitter calls for people banning him. We really appreciate you bringing this to our...
Someone said it's complot, legally speaking. What the fuck is complot? It's cum plot.
Attention, mind reporting the channel and the official reporting tool if you haven't yet. No, this is just, and this is automated. This is not real. The chances of him actually succeeding in court are very little. You can file California bar complaints against this lawyer for vexatious litigation, I believe.
Dude, it's funny because the first person to say that like Ethan doesn't have a case is not the lawyer. You know what I mean? I watched like 3 lawyers cover this fucking situation. None of them have said that. Hasan Piker is clearly more educated on than the lawyers are.
I believe. Yeah, that's just a bot. You know what's really ironic about this? The initial copyright suits that he filed against Frogan.
By the way, didn't they yas Queen Denims for announcing a fucking lawsuit on Ethan a couple of weeks ago? That completely just escaped my mind. Like I was talking about how she had to give back the GoFundMe, but all of these people were so happy when Denims was going to sue Ethan like 3 weeks ago.
Denims.
That's like so fucking funny. Like they're like, what? What? This rich man is oppressing these girls. And it's like one of these girls was going to fucking sue him like 3 weeks ago.
And Casey Tron, some of which are literally in the original work that that he put out there, right, is basically because he doesn't like them and he doesn't like the way that they reacted.
I don't get it. Wait, because they're in the video, that means I can just sit there and walk away from my computer? Like if I'm in the video, I have like a free pass to do that? Like, oh, okay, they're referencing me. I can go eat my dinner in peace.
To the work. Anything else?
Like, have you tried reacting? Like, well, Nick, are you worried about this? Are you personally worried about your streams and your videos? It's like, no. I'm doing a fucking show here. I'm not getting high, fucking farting and smoking weed. I'm not hosting a fucking watch party. I'm doing fucking segments. I'm posting this shit as VODs. Bro, this shit's obviously fair use.
What else he says about this is bullshit. It is a way to try and silence criticism. And under different circumstances, he would get hit with a he would get hit with an anti-slap, but he can't here because it's on federal courts over copyright. He's using the one
dude, this asshole, this stupid motherfucker is fucking super hot chicks, dude. And you're actually, do you know that? Oh god, what does that mean? This stupid motherfucker is fucking super hot chicks, and basically you're retarded. He's using this one simple method to do it, dude. He's got this one simple method going to the federal courts.
Here because it's
you remember those ads, dude?
On federal courts over copyright. He's using the one most effective method to be able to sue people successfully, which is what patent trolls use. He's basically
behaving to government what pirate software is to game development.
Dude.
Both of them have little to no idea what they are talking about.
Dude, the way he's
still vie to be the loudest and correct voice for no reason other than ego.
Dude, you ever go to like one of those fucking porn sites and it's like, use this one secret method to grow your fucking cock 50,000 inches or something? Dude, Ethan's secret method was going to the correct court to file his fucking lawsuit.
Like a patent troll to stop people from reacting to his videos, and not even to stop people from reacting to his videos, but just to, you know, hurt financially the people that cannot undergo this incredibly long and incredibly costly process. It's just to bully them because he's not doing this to Asmongold.
Dude, he probably has a watch that's worth more than Frogan. Unironically. Like, probably, like, one of his watches is probably worth more than Frogan.
He's not doing this to XQC. It's not like their reaction was, like, tremendously better than, I don't know, Denims or Frogan, who was prime.
Did XQC turn around and go, guys, okay, oh, you gonna watch this video through me, okay? Because we're not gonna give each Klein the view. Maybe he would have. Who knows?
Merrily featured in the work, by the way,
because that seems to be the big thing every lawyer is focusing on. But
for Frogan especially, she's the name.
What is your favorite Rolex if you want to drop hands on one? My current fucking.
Hasan is reading his mods messages.
Yeah.
No way he knows what a patent troll is.
Yeah, my current wait list is for a green dial Sky Dweller. That's what I'm waiting on.
Literally slandered in this work that she's responding to.
That was good. How much we get for that?
Why does your XQC impression have Down syndrome? Well, listen, Jacob. Jacob Appelman, listen, all right? I think you answered your own question with that one.
Yo, you got 10 million from Qatar for that? That's what I'm talking.
He thinks I'm paid? What? Yeah, I wish. 10 million? Man, I take 10 million.
Okay.
You know what's funny? They pulled up a clip of Frogan, and it's just her going, like, restating the point and then laughing very loud. That's like the whole, like, even in a clip they pulled up, she's not even really providing a decent reaction here. I mean, it's not the worst one I've ever seen either, but it is worth noting that they pulled up a clip of Frogan's reaction, and it was just like, huh? He said this? Huh?
He thinks I'm paid? What? Yeah, I wish. 10 million? Man, I'd take 10 million for that.
And the clip is like, yeah, oh, you think I'm paid? If they offered, I'd take the money, though. Like, her thing is like, I don't really know what Qatar is, but like,
I just saw
I'm gonna be clear with you. I'm not really, I'm not really understanding why that's like a horrible thing either. But like, she's saying that she would literally take the money. Like, it's just her being like, I'm so poor. I wish that was me. Okay.
And he's not doing it to me because, again, he can't get the same satisfaction. I'm a much larger content creator. I don't have the same, like, I have a lot of enemies for sure, so he can probably galvanize them. But I'm a much larger content creator that can put up a stronger opposition and can withstand litigation.
And you also didn't make the mistakes that they made. But realistically, he could be suing you by proxy, because these girls can't afford this lawsuit. So either they're going to crash and burn and have generational debt, or you're going to have to put up arms and fight on their behalf. Do you want to fight for your moderators, or you want to let them sink, I guess? I don't know. Like, by fighting them, he is kind of fighting you.
Litigation like this. These other content creators cannot. It's a very calculated move. But think about it. It's not like the earnest copyright litigation. And ironically enough, if this were to set some like new standard, some new precedent for copyright in terms of like react content on the internet, this would actually harm half snark commentary slop tubers themselves.
And I don't think so. Look, again, we've been
told literal future octogenarian Ethan Klein do this to actual former child Shawn the Black.
Here's the reality of this. I want to hear this one more time, and I want to address it.
This would actually harm half snark commentary slop tubers themselves, and yet they're still...
I want to... maybe I'll eat shit on this. Feel free to clip it and send it to me if this turns out to be the case. I think there's like a fucking non-zero chance it doesn't happen, but maybe I'm wrong. I don't think that I have anything to worry about with my reaction content that I'm doing on YouTube. Specifically, like even right now, I'm not worried that Hasan Piker could sue me. I'm not sweating anytime I fire up a video. Absolutely not. I think that all of you guys might sweat for the reasons that we've been outlining for like the last 5 years when we've been talking about ReactGate, that you guys have kind of scoffed off and flipped us off and acted really smugly about when we were giving you all of the, basically all the tips that you needed to be successful and not get sued. And then you guys went and got sued anyway. It wasn't MasterChef like I thought, you know? It wasn't Hell's Kitchen that fucking sued you. But the reality is, if a precedent does come from this, it's much more likely that your times of like playing YouTubers' videos while you go take a shit in the other room, those are probably over. I think I'll probably be okay. Again, feel free to send me this clip if it turns out that my entire way of life has been uprooted by Ethan Klein's lawfare. But I think the odds that I'm going to get hit over this are significantly lower than your way of life being uprooted over this, for reasons that I think most people would have deemed fair if it wasn't coming from a court deciding it.
Willingly joining in on the battle because they hate the people that Ethan is bullying. They don't even realize that this might have negative consequences for themselves if it sets a new precedent for how content creation is done online. But I don't think it'll happen regardless. They already set precedent, and their own precedent we use to shut down H3 for their claim. I know, but it doesn't matter because if that is
Hasan
a costly
is
legal
because
battle.
His orbiters caused all of this, and he can't stop it without getting involved.
Again, though, I don't understand. Like, I'm not like running Hasan's books here, but I'm shocked that he hasn't contributed at all to this lawsuit. I think that the best case scenario here, I think probably the biggest. All right, I guess probably the correct answer for that question is that like he probably will get involved, but he doesn't want to get involved until they've like taken all of the money they possibly can, and then he'll get involved. That's my like schizo speculation. Is it doesn't make sense for him to get involved this early because then people might not donate as much. If they can get each of these guys to like $50,000, that would probably cost Hasan less money later. That's probably the case. if I'm Hasan Piker, I don't want to get in too early because it would disincentivize people who don't know how much copyright costs to continue giving them money. Basically, he's going to top them off. Yeah, I think that Hasan is going to give Frogan a nice top off.
That is a costly legal battle, ultimately. That costly legal battle is still a victory for Ethan because he was able to bully these people. And they're receiving death threats in the process. People are on them. All of these other, like, orbiters that suckle on the teat are salivating with, like, extra drama. And I go through this back and forth where I'm like, should I not cover this at all? But,
yeah, dude, Hasan is going to go and fill Shawn up, dude.
But also because I know that's what he wants, ultimately. He wants attention. He's like a petulant child, a pathetic crybully.
Dude, the crybullies are out there calling everybody crybullies. This is amazing.
Permanent victim, right? But also at the same time, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I feel like if I don't give any attention to this with my platform, it's like...
You know what's going to happen? They're not going to make any money. Dude, you are literally the only person who can put eyes on this situation. They need like a 24-hour news cycle out of you to farm a couple more donations. These people don't have audiences, Hasan. They don't have... Frogan literally fucking streams Fortnite to like fucking 300 people. Somebody went in there and they go, you know, Nick, I went to go watch Frogan the other night and I was shocked. She had 67 viewers.
Thank you for the $5.
I don't know how small you think Frogan's YouTube or Twitch channel is, but did you know she streams to 67 people? She's fucked, dude. You need to talk about this more. Because there's no more help coming.
Thank you for the $5.
And then I feel like I'm leaving these people defenseless.
Thank you for hitting the goal.
He has also admitted multiple times he wants to hurt you financially.
Well, I think we've got more super chats tonight than Frogan averages viewers on like a daily basis.
Through them as if you were their legal guardian. No, I know.
So
I'm not adding them up. I'm talking about physical super chats.
They all now have a GoFundMe, and I think it's so funny that now that they're competing against each other for defense dollars. And Smog the Dragon,
Nicholas.
That's one more Frogan viewer right there. Thank you.
My man.
AKA Hasan Piker, the communist.
Like Frogan, I don't know why Frogan is like so wide. I mean, I know why she's widely hated, obviously, because everything she says is stupid and horrendous and keeps going fucking viral on social media. The question I have is why it keeps going viral on social media. She's literally a glup shitto who
What's the name of the guy? Keemstar Orbiter, Nick DeOrio.
Dude, there are YouTubers in this space who would beg for the amount of attention Frogan gets.
67 viewers, but not in the way you might think.
Socialist savior. He is not opening his wallet.
That's why he keeps saying like, "Oh, socialist. Why won't he give these guys money?" Trust me, if I offer support, you won't know about it. Okay.
Oh, dude, come on. All right, so that's kind of I see that as confirmation that he's going to just give money behind the scenes. Nicholas, or he might have already done it.
Goat. Thank you for the $5.
So they're going to keep the true amount of money raised like quiet. Oh, he doesn't want to play ball?
What I've done thus far, you will never hear about it. And it's I wish everyone would stop talking about him. The more orbiters on both sides talk about him, the angrier he gets. All talking about.
But do you think it's kind of disingenuous if Hasan says he'll cover the legal costs of these people and they don't disclose that and they crowdfund money anyway? Maybe not if it all has to go to the lawsuit first to save Hasan money.
I really like you.
But Frogan has a GoFundMe that specifically says that her money can go towards like lost wages of streaming, right? So like Frogan can buy Nintendo Switch games with that money. So kind of weird, kind of whack.
It is lead to more hate to them. I know, which is why I'm trying to play this balancing act here. How large a part of his content is it's his...
Yeah, Hasan said he's going to stop talking about it. Yeah, he said he's going to stop talking about it 8 minutes into a 32-minute clip.
Entire content. That's the only thing. No, he didn't add me to the lawsuit because he begged me to watch his video.
He won't watch the damn video. Don't let him get away with that, man. You know? It's just pathetic.
Yeah, because he wanted you to watch it. 100%. Again, dude, dude, why do people think it's a surprise Pikachu? I got you. You watched the video. Hasan was never going to get sued. It was never going to happen. Because Hasan Piker could not sit there and watch that video and say nothing and walk away and eat a sandwich. He was going to sit there and pause every 30 seconds and scream at his computer, right? There was no fucking way. People like Frogan are not entertaining. People like Denims don't really have much to say. Hasan Piker took 8 hours to watch it. What lawsuit do you think Ethan could file? Dude, he's not filing lawsuits because people watch the video. He's filing lawsuits because people basically said that like they're cannibalizing the views and then didn't react to it. That's all you had to do to avoid being sued was react to the video like people have been telling you for like the last 5 years, you know?
I'm almost certain. A lot of people have suspected that Ethan never actually planned to sue people. No, he did. I think he wanted to sue me. I think he wanted to make the nuke. And
dude, that would have been fucking crazy because he would have had no case against you. This is like fucking like food for his audience to lick up off the floor. What is he talking about?
And when I reacted to it, sue me. I think that was his grand design, but it failed spectacularly because I just didn't watch it.
Now, here's another thing. If this stuff was libraried to Congress, this is actually a point that I didn't realize when I covered this the first time. If this went to the Library of Congress before the content nuke came out, that would make this pre-CPS. That would make this pre-skulls into his house. That would make this pre-content cop. So he had some idea that this was the direction it was going into. But I don't for a minute believe he thought that Hasan would do it.
He cried on camera and begged for me to watch it. And then when I ended up watching it months later, I watched it for 9 hours. So it'd be really, really stupid. This is why we need more leftists to get involved in the fight for free speech online.
Dude, Taylor Lorenz, chief fighter against free speech, thinks we need to start talking about free speech again.
Or laws that could protect.
Dude, all the leftists lost Twitter, the main site that they love to use to like farm fucking crazy hate campaigns and dox random families and stuff like that. All the leftists lost that. Now fucking Elon Musk runs it. It's like a fucking far-right shithole, all right, with no advertisers. But they lost their, because pre-Elon Musk, the guy that came in there was like a fucking Nazi. Not like a Heil Hitler type Nazi, but like a ban everybody who makes a joke type Nazi, right? That guy came through, mowed down half the platform. They all got unbanned eventually, right? Once they lost that, all these people became pro-free speech overnight. After their like nice haven of ban every person we don't like, here's 50 block lists, use them all. As soon as that was ripped away from them, suddenly they were free speech advocates overnight. It's funny.
Against this, but we need people to fight for them.
You got banned on Twitter for writing learn to code. Yeah, dude, if you called somebody stupid 2 years ago, you'd have been banned from fucking Twitter. I'm sorry, dude. I think Jack Dorsey Twitter is like my ideal Twitter time.
Is EU a virgin? No.
Reasonable people.
Why would so many
would stay on the site? There'd be like back and forth.
Can you get an update count on Taylor's freedom of speech playlist?
Yeah, dude, we gotta find out how many episodes were updated. But dude, I'm sorry. I don't care what the fuck you guys say. Elon Musk Twitter is better than whoever the fuck ran this site before him. There was like 4 eras of Twitter, right? The third one was the worst form of Twitter I've ever seen.
There are several clips of E saying that he's only suing them because he's richer than them and wants to punish them using the legal system. The judge would throw out the claim in a second, but this is about financially hurting the people he doesn't like, so the damage would still happen in the lead up. Yeah, that's it. Someone get legal on this? No big use.
Dude, someone get legal on this. It's like, no, I don't think you want legal. Actually, in the words of Anissa Jomha, yeah, our friends didn't talk about this stuff, and maybe that was a good thing, you know? We're all the way back right now at like Ethan begging fucking Ian and Anissa for help at the beginning of the drama. It's like, maybe your friends didn't say something and their silence was like probably better. That maybe it's better they didn't say anything. What do you think Legal Eagle is going to come out and say? He's going to start grandstanding about how rich people are suing YouTubers? No, he's going to give a rundown of the lawsuit and tell people what he actually thinks, you know? Your friends are fucked.
No big YouTuber will tackle this issue. I'm sorry, because they'd
have to lie and say that like they didn't do anything wrong.
Don't want to go after Ethan because
like every lawyer I've seen says they've got them dead to rights.
A maniac. That's number one. And number two, I don't think they like any of the people Ethan is attacking.
Noah Samson made a video like 3 days ago on fucking Gila Klein, like on Ethan's wife. People are talking about this, dude. There was a whole, we went over this before, there was a whole Ethan Klein industrial complex that apparently just fucking, the commune just ran out of funds like a week ago.
Anyway, you have to realize a lot of these guys, a lot of content creators are sharks. Only after the...
And again, I'm just bringing this back up again. Ben Empanada filed 3 DMCAs on me 2 weeks ago. His boy fucking struck me 3 times 2 weeks ago.
Permission, only after the permission structure opens up for
Where was anyone going, oh, that's fucked up, dude?
After some brave content creators actually come out and say something, big enough content creators come out and say something,
Nicholas,
not even myself.
The GOAT. Thank you for
because,
the $5.
again, I'm in the dangerous camp because I have political opinions that they don't, even if they agree, they don't want to like openly go out and defend. Even if they literally agree, it's the same as the Cody Ko situation.
What?
It took like D'Angelo Wallace to come out and make a video for everyone.
I didn't pre-watch this. I didn't know he was gonna literally bring up D'Angelo Wallace. That's so funny, dude. That was my like go-to approved content creator.
Everyone else to fucking open up the floodgates. Legal YouTubers and free speech people are extra quiet. No, there's.
But why the fuck would you ask D'Angelo Wallace to break down a lawsuit? There's tons of legal YouTubers cover. Every legal YouTuber has covered this basically.
Everyone else to fucking open up the floodgates. Legal YouTubers and free speech people are extra quiet. No, I think there's some legal YouTubers who have covered it, but they're like pro Ethan. Yeah.
No, they're just telling you the fucking facts of the case. What are you saying? Oh, dude, I'm sorry. They're compromised, dude. They're pro Ethan.
To cover this with me,
dude, the lawyers are all compromised
on Israel-Palestine, which they are not equipped to do and want to fence it on. Exactly.
Dude, the pro Ethan lawyers, there's an epidemic of them, dude. You know what's happening right now? All these lawyers, Finkelstein, Goldstein. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I'm starting to think there's a little bias over here.
So from a legal standpoint, he's right. Not necessarily.
Dude, we gotta find one of those Palarizian like lawyers right now, dude.
I don't even think he has. I don't even think these are lawsuits.
Dude, why are there so many fucking Zionist lawyers out here, dude? Can we get one Palestinian lawyer to look this over?
He will win, for the record. Patent trolls. Here's what patent trolls do. Okay. Patent trolls will sit on a patent or like
and he doesn't want to name like a lawyer to do it because if that guy comes out and is also saying that like they're fucked, then he looks like a complete moron here. So there's no lawyer to name.
The guy, Keemstar Orbiter, Nick Oreo.
You know what we need to watch? We need to get
Why does Hasan try to read an entire sentence in one breath? Frog Uni's being sued by Ethan, and that sucks.
We need to get Law by Mike. Law by Mike needs to cover this. Has he made a video on it, chat? We need to get Law by Mike. Because did you know who writes Law by Mike scripts? Like who he hired as a writer? That's right. It's Jake Weddle, the former Mr. Beast employee who got that fucking person of color fired. And who got like in a weird battle with his girlfriend. She's like the writer. He's like the writer for Law by Mike's like skits.
Will make like minor changes to a patent and go to large corporations, not with the hopes of...
Jake Weddle is not writing for Law by Mike. Jake Weddle was employed by Law by Mike as of a couple months ago, and he was writing the skits.
Like actually...
Like the comedy sketches that he does for his shorts.
Winning a lawsuit.
He's not writing the legal arguments for Law by Mike. That's not what I'm saying. Dude, imagine if Law by Mike hired a comedian to write his legal skits. Just like all the parts that have to do with the law, they hired a comedian to do it.
Just do a patent and go to large corporations, not with the hopes of like...
No wonder the comedy was so unfunny. Okay, sorry, we're gonna pause this on for a second. I was fighting with, not fighting, I was in Chud Logic's chat, and I came on there, we were arguing about something on stream, and I went, dude, these law YouTubers are getting kind of cringy. So I pulled up this Law by Mike video, I used it as an example, and I was like, this guy sucks. He is unfunny. These skits are awful. It's cringy. And he's like, oh, listen, Nicholas, I don't think it's that bad. And then 2 weeks later, we found out that Jake Weddle wrote that sketch. And I was like, I knew it. I fucking knew it. I knew it was really unfunny. And it just had to be something like that, where some fucking unfunny douchebag was behind the scenes getting his little fingers all over it.
Trolls do. Okay? Patent trolls will sit on a patent or like will make like minor changes to a patent and go to large corporations, not with the hopes of like actually winning a lawsuit, but with the hopes of settling out of court. Okay? Ethan doesn't want to settle out.
Dude, you're calling him a patent troll, but every lawyer says he has like a fucking slam dunk case. I don't think that's what's happening here. Yes, I do think the attempt is to bleed these people dry. For sure, 100%. But I think if he really wanted to take this all the way to court, I don't think that would be a bad thing for Ethan's argument. It might be a bad thing for the commentary community, but I don't think Ethan would be fucked if this went all the way to trial. Like if endless money was...
I really like you.
Like if Hasan Piker gave each of these people $1 million, I'm not sure they would win this case.
Because what could be the actual damages that he has incurred in this process that he could settle out of court with. Patent trolls are never the large company actually patent trolling smaller creators or smaller inventors. It's actually the opposite. It's people.
Okay, wait. He's arguing that he can't show damages from these content creators stealing views. But again,
the snark mods are going to turn coat if Hasan bankrolls the orbiters.
That's the thing,
why
right?
Hasan can't do it publicly.
That's the
Ethan
thing. Like,
knows that. That's why he is goading them on IG.
But wait, didn't Denims have 50,000 people spam subbing and donating while she was watching this? Or I guess watching with quotations. Didn't Denims have 50,000 people live? You don't think you can see a tangible loss of income if she wasn't adequately responding to the video based off of how much she grossed that day?
Nicholas, the goat.
Like on it, dude. If it was like
Hasan is taking legal advice from Nick Rikita.
yeah, dude. If it was like, yeah, dude, Spaggle Daggle streamed it to 15 people and he got up and walked away. But what are you gonna do? Sue him over it? What damages can you produce? But it's like Denims had 50,000 people watching because it was a day Hasan didn't stream.
I want to farm money.
True, and there's no need to prove anything.
Off of large companies. And for many large companies,
I think damages is harder for Frogan and Casey. Yeah, I doubt that. But again, that implies that damages are important here. I didn't hear them talk about damages once when they were discussing this lawsuit, right?
Companies, because copyright claims.
I don't know how important damages even are here.
Are fairly airtight. Large companies would rather not go through the expensive paperwork that would be more costly to them. So they will just pay off the person and tell them to f off, right? Because that's significantly cheaper for them. But in this circumstance, you can't even tell Ethan to f by paying him.
But here's the deal. How much money is really going to come out of Frogan and Denims' pocket here? You know who gets fucked here? Hasan does, because Hasan is going to have to bankroll the rest of this. It's probably not... Like, all he did was bleed their collective audiences dry. Money that could have gone to Palestine is going to go to Ethan Klein. Wait, why does that rhyme? Dude, the money that could have gone to Palestine, guess what, bro? That's going to Ethan Klein. Holy shit, dude. Yeah, it's actually what's happening here. Like, Hasan and the audience is going to pay out more probably than Denims and Frogan if this thing settles.
Because the amount that I suspect he's
Dude, I'm doing slam poetry right now. Call me Katie Bugs, you know?
Ending from these content creators is insane, probably. And it's insane on purpose.
Dude, I think Hasan Piker is a loser. Boblax is my abuser. I saw his pictures on 111.
Nicholas, the goat.
Because the goal here is not to actually reach a settlement. And I don't know why. People don't recognize that. He does want to settle. He wants them to apologize and delete their videos. No, he wants money from them too. An impossible amount of money. Rogan said
maybe I'm crazier. Didn't Ethan Klein literally say that there's like a
Keemstar Orbiter, Nick DeOrio,
that they would settle
Mr.
for
Oreo.
non-financial stuff, or am I making that up? Again, I don't think he should. I think he should take all the money from the GoFundMe's, but
asking for 150K, there you go. Do you think that's a valid claim?
Wait, wasn't the 150K per video something else? Or was that Ethan? There was something with 150K per video. Maybe Dan knows, because Dan's coming on soon.
I think that Denims or Frogan or Casey Tron, with their individual YouTube videos or even in their Twitch streams, actually raised $150,000.
I think that Denims could potentially make $150,000 in 6 months, probably. If her other content is successful and her OnlyFans is doing well, I don't think that it would be out of the realm of possibility to expect Denims to have that much money. I don't know, unless like I could see that being. I don't think the other two, but potentially
Nicholas,
Denims. Yeah,
the goat
stole $150,000 from Ethan. Do you think that that's what happened here? No, of course not. The reason why that price is so high is because settlement is impossible. 150K is the
statutory damages for copyright are up to $150,000 per violation if malicious. Gotcha. So yeah, he's going to statutorily damage their income.
Maximum allowed for by law for copyright lawsuits. Jesus Christ. 150K is the max he can seek from them.
Nicholas dude, DeOrio we just fucking clip chimped. He was about to say it.
The law dictates the max.
My friends intentionally violated fair use doctrine. That's all I'm hearing from this New Brunswick-born St. Peter's baby.
Dude, again,
like Hasan loses 10% net worth if all three choose to settle the suit with Ethan.
I don't know, maybe I'm like smoking crack over here.
I really like
I am not the slightest bit fucking worried about my content and my reaction content. And this is like a fucking awesome income source for me. I am not the slightest bit worried. Maybe I should be. Maybe I'm not worried enough.
Getting damages. This is not even a
By the way, thank you for hitting the new goal, guys.
This is not even extortion. I don't think you guys understand. This is just legal bullying. Okay? He wants these people to suffer, and he knows he can do that because he has money. He can't do it any other way. He can't do it the normal route. He can't just like constantly talk about, you know, how shitty they are, because that gets boring after a while. So he's trying to jam them up with paperwork. And in defense of this this insane lawsuit, he hopes that he can suffer and make content for himself in the process. Isn't there anti-slap in California? This is not in California courts. As far as I understand, I think this is literally at copyright claims happening at the federal courts. This is not like a California litigation.
Why did you see the chat? Why isn't he coming after iDubbbz? Why isn't he going after this person? It's because he has a good case against these people he chose.
It's a federal lawsuit.
It just happened to be the funniest possible people.
Dude, that's why he actually...
It's not misogyny, but the men knew not to say them.
That's why he actually copyrighted, like patented...
Dude, again, like, why is Mike from PA not on here? Mike from PA, a former attempted lawyer, didn't do it, dude, I guess, maybe.
His YouTube video. Logan Paul is doing the same suit to CoffeeZilla. All this while snark subreddits and...
No, but Logan Paul is an asshole because he's like a horrible fucking human being, and CoffeeZilla exposed him for it. That's why Logan Paul is an asshole. You guys stole. Dude, I'm sorry. This is not one of your grocery stores. You can't just go, oh, you're defending those corporations. No, this is not a CVS, bro. This is fucking YouTube. This is content, bro.
Harassment just caused another creator to commit suicide. Yeah, I heard about that. The Fox thing.
It's not one of your socialist fucking...
Add yourself careful.
One of your socialist fucking Stop and Shops, bro. We don't play like that.
True woman. It's so sad. The legal complaints are in California for Denims and Frogan. Wait, what do you mean? Call it for what it is. He's abusing the legal system the way stalkers do. No, that's precisely what he's doing.
He's a stalker, guys. This whole thing starts with him unfollowing someone on Instagram silently and quietly.
But in this circumstance, because the legal system is busted, because the legal system is fundamentally broken, if you have a lot of money, you can do this kind of thing. When you're depraved and you're manic and you're an insane person.
But how do you fix it? Do you take rights away from people who have too much money? I don't know, because yeah, I actually agree with him here. I think that rich people have like a huge advantage when it comes to lawsuits. Because they have lots of money. But what do we do here? What do we do? Do we like, fuck universal healthcare, we need universal lawyers, dude. Like, how do you fix that problem?
And you don't care about like wasting unlimited...
I don't have a solution to that. I don't even know. That's probably the most I agree with Hasan Piker.
Limited funds... Especially considering that
universal law care. Yeah, I don't know.
He does technically have virtually unlimited funds.
Dude, he's palpitating. Unlimited power.
Be a vexatious litigant. It's like having a mentally ill stalker who has an unlimited amount of money and power, and
it's like the snark subreddit if they were like employed.
Not only does he have an unlimited amount of money and power, he also makes content off of this.
Dude, imagine how powerful the snark subreddit would be if they had jobs.
So it turns into more money for him down the line. Given the way that our legal system works, given the way that our court system works, given the way that copyright works, there's really nothing
you guys literally patrol a fucking subreddit, people who stalk Ethan's entire fucking family and shared associates. I mean, like, dude, it's so funny, bro. It is so funny to watch these people squirm.
Can do about it other than hope that it goes away eventually. Just like cyber stalkers, we do not have an adequate measure against cyber stalking, and just like stalking in general, we don't have the best possible measures. So the only thing you can...
Bro, you platform bad empanada. What are you talking about? I literally can't take this. I can't take this anymore.
About cyber stalking.
I'm gonna nope out of this and finish the segment.
Is basically hope that they just calm down, take medication, stop stalking you. There's really nothing else you can do about it. Even now, when I'm talking about this stuff, like there's still people.
Okay, please. Maury, listen, I love you. You're an awesome chatter. Please do not abbreviate Child Protective Services as CP. I'm going to need you to not do that, okay? All right? Listen, Maury, all right? There's an S at the end of there, okay?
Chiming in to say like, oh, what are you afraid of us on? Like, there's a couple foot soldiers here and there and orbiters here and there that will come in and say something snide, right?
Dude, COD points.
But there's 40,000 people in here, so obviously that doesn't do anything to me. And plus, I eat this shit on a daily basis. This is not my first foray with like weirdo.
Dude, I'm sure EDP had tons of child protection on his computer.
Side tangent, I was doing my yearly rewatch of Baited.
Oh,
and
really?
I completely forgot that Keem had CPS called on him after the grade A vid.
Did he?
Weird how history repeats
I
law.
didn't know that, bro. They're assimilating.
The critters in their communities. Oh, stop cry-bullying your friends because your friends are having consequences beneath you. Like, see, this is what I mean. It's just like the point.
Dude, that sounds like some shit that somebody would say to like one of those pedophile hunters. Remember when we were watching the guy who brought up Review Tech USA to Alex Rosen? He's like, you gotta check out Review Tech USA's Dropbox. And he's like, oh yeah? Well, can you tell me why you were following CP Trader on Instagram? Imagine if that dude turned around and goes, well, I was actually trying to find Child Protective Trader so we could try to figure out why all these pedophiles are in my reply. Like, that'd be one of the funniest fucking replies ever, dude. We need like a better class. Okay, hold on, let me word that better. We need people who are in these like Alex Rosen pedophile things. They need to start getting more creative in their lying, all right? Because they kind of all go down the same dialogue tree.
The point here is to be a nuisance, right? Then maybe don't be malicious and transformative. Then maybe be.
Oh shit, dude! Wait, he's getting one guy in chat by somebody telling him the truth. Wait, this is actually really good. Hold on.
Nuisance. Right? Then maybe don't.
Dude, I was actually looking for Cheese Pizza Trader. I was really looking. I had a hankering for some fucking New York style.
Be malicious and transformative. Then
could you imagine what would Alex Rosen say to that? He'd be like, "You were looking for actual pizza, like Italian shit."
Maybe be transformative.
And then he would just say the N-word and start talking about vaccines and Hillary Clinton or something.
And non-malicious. Like they're just repeating stuff that they think sticks. If you're a smaller content creator and you have this kind of shit constantly in your chat, especially while you're also working through a immensely wealthy psychopath stalking you.
Bro, just react. Just say something. How can you watch a fucking hour-and-a-half video and have nothing to say?
And actively using frivolous litigation to harm you.
I've been watching this video for like a half an hour.
And then on top of that, they're audience members because he's a larger.
Bro, it's not even react harder. It's react at all.
What's
just
the name
react.
Of the guy, Keemstar Orbiter.
You'll save yourself a lot of money.
DeOrio.
Thank you.
Something greater than you are coming in to constantly point at you and laugh. Like
Wait, his argument falls apart when you look at Lust Breaker. Breaker, you didn't watch the segment. He said that all those people are compromised. They're Ethan Klein fucking supporters, dude. Fuck the bar. Fuck their credentials. Fuck their past history. They're Ethan Klein dick suckers, you know? Even though the snarkers literally reached out to Lust for help in the past.
These people to commit suicide. Like, that's what it is. He is trying to actively stalk and harass these smaller content creators and jam them up with.
Dude, he's like 2 seconds away from saying he filed a lawsuit and paid a lawyer so he could legally post their names online. That's how close we're getting here. It has nothing to do with the fact that he has like a really solid case against them. He wanted to dox them really bad.
With frivolous litigation that he has directed specifically to harass and intimidate them into submission with the hopes that they will commit suicide.
How would you feel if they did?
And that's what his.
This is insane, bro. Yes, dude. It's suicide by court.
Content is now. Okay? That's
dude,
it.
Dude, when Denims goes and sues Ethan Klein, it's yes, sister, get them. And then it's like when Ethan Klein sues Denims, he is trying to make her kill herself. He is trying to make her die and cease to exist.
That is quite literally. This is Kiwi Farm shit. Like that is.
Dude, he's a Kiwi farmer, bro. Yes.
Precisely what he's doing. There are entire communities on the scary. Not often talked about side of the internet.
I hope Billy Mitchell takes your house, Hasan Piker. If there is a god, Billy Mitchell will defeat Hasan Piker in Australian court.
That engage in this kind of behavior. Yeah, I can't believe I'm talking about this because I saw Abby Martin, a important journalist, going, everything I see from this guy is hateful and condescending, genuinely baffling. He has such a large audience. If you did the same thing as Ethan, right wing would be on your ass quicker than quicksand. Of course. But if I did the same thing as Ethan, I'd be a
and like his cope and fucking his cope and shit right here is literally like, well, if the other team did it, our team sports would feel differently. It's like I don't know. Can you just have your own opinion on something?
Ass quicker than quicksand, of course. But if I did the same thing as Ethan, I'd be a depraved sociopath.
Why?
And an immensely weak person.
Dude, everyone who has over fucking... I literally think everybody who breaks 100,000 subs on YouTube or maintains a viewership higher than 1,000 literally has to be a sociopath.
Keemstar Orbiter.
I think you need to have like a certain level of sociopath in your blood to do this. Legitimately.
Who thinks that he can make up for whatever sense of lost purpose...
Wait!
I recommend watching Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
Listen. Hold on. I hear something.
Listen.
What was that?
Who thinks
Where is it?
He can make up for whatever...
I just saw Keffel's tweet on Nicholas DeOrio.
Keffel's appreciated.
Who is that? Who is that? Abby Martin knows who I am. I'm so up now. It seems like Shawn's pretty happy.
Nicholas!
Shawn's just happy to be involved.
I appreciate
Yes, that is Shawn the Black, who we just sniped in the chat on the top corner of the screen. Yes, that is Shawn.
Sense of lost purpose he has in his own life by constantly engaging in this kind of ridiculous quote-unquote drama that is ultimately very consequential for the people that are in the crosshairs.
By the way, I'm going to be clear with you. My opinion on all of these people is they despawn when I turn my stream off. These people are all fabricated individuals built on AI. Dude, that's the only way you can treat online content creators when you cover drama all the time. You have to just like, it's like, the way I view YouTubers is the way that kids view their teachers. Like as soon as school ends, their teacher despawns. Like if you, like, all right, anybody here, were you ever a former child, right? Where you'd run into like your teacher at the grocery store and you'd just be confused that they'd be outside of the classroom in normal like people clothing? That's how I view these people.
I don't have this.
You're not real. Yeah, they're made of moonlight. Yeah, Hasan is made of moonlight.
Level of hatred for anyone. I don't have this level of hatred for Ethan. I'd much rather have him be happy and just stop doing this. Like, what kind of...
Can I say something?
Dude, I would rather Ethan just be happy. Why? After this. Dude, we are like fucking 9 months into this conflict. A child could have been born since the day fucking Frogan unfollowed Ethan Klein, leading to all this shit, dude.
Can I say something to you, Nick? I really like you.
Everybody else was a willing participant until this week. It's crazy.
Derives enjoyment out of this. I don't understand. He'll only stop when he loses a good chunk of his money. I don't even think so.
Yeah, you know why? Because he's probably not going to lose a lot of money.
I think that the only way he stops is if people just like don't give a shit about it at all. And he's forced to find something else to do, like goofs and gaffs again, if we can ever even go back to that at all. Yeah, I mean, this is exactly what I mean. I mean, this is so insane. This is from Ethan Klein's lawsuit, which is supposed to be...
say Ethan needed to be financially hit to learn his lesson? Turnabout is fair play.
I think that, hot take here, I think that the YouTube drama community is going to have heroin-like withdrawal the minute this story is finally over, when everyone hugs and kisses. I think that like there's a certain percentage of people who are gonna have like fucking fentanyl withdrawal.
About copyright infringement. Apparently he mentions me in all of these.
Dude, it's like it's chasing the high. Nothing is gonna be ever as big as a story as the one we're living through right now. We're at the peak of YouTube drama. 2025 owns 2024. It owns 2016. There will never be a bigger YouTube drama than the one that we are currently living in right now. It's all downhill from here.
Lawsuits like hundreds of times.
So enjoy it while it's happening.
In the wake of October 7th, Hasan emerges as a modern incarnation.
I'd rather Ethan be happy, you know, after CPS, friendship betrayal, and swastika gaslighting. Yeah, true star. Or small talk.
The Grand Mufti Hajj Amin al-Husseini. Like al-Husseini, Hasan became a passionate advocate and highly charismatic leader.
All right, I'm done with this. If you want to watch the rest of it, it's on his channel that he apparently doesn't own. But yeah, that was Hasan Piker's reaction. Let me get through the rest of this. Shawn the Black had a reaction to being added to the lawsuits. I liked this, to be honest. I thought Shawn has handled this kind of funny. I mean, listen, I think Shawn is a crazy psychopath, and it's probably a good thing that he hasn't, like, talked about somebody getting fucking shot and killed or something yet over this conflict or something. I don't know. He didn't make a threat or, like, call for anybody's death, so I guess he's been handling it pretty well.
Nicholas DeOrio's latest video.
But he wrote back, the fuck?
The unmarried and childless steamers are lecturing us on a fulfilling life.
The childless steamers? That's not a streamer. That's Steamer Ravon. He just shits his britches. Okay, that was a reference to something from a while ago. If you never mind. Yeah, Shawn the Black came out and he's like, the fuck? So yeah, I mean, I think this is funny. We covered this last time in the middle of like the end of our stream. Ethan like announced he was now adding Shawn to the lawsuit. And then this is the clip. Dude, this is so funny. I'm sorry. This is so funny. This is the best clip here, dude. It's like Shawn is actually kind of like Anne Frank, right? Shawn, in a lot of ways, Shawn the Black is very similar to Anne Frank. That one of their neighbors dry snitched on them, and then the Nazis came up to get him. But in this case, the Nazis are Ethan Klein.
I was like, why y'all dragging me into this? People be like, oh, why is he only suing women? Which I'm like, okay, fair. He's like, yeah, Shawn the Black reacted to it. He didn't sue him either.
Yeah, Anne Frank is up in that building right now, and the Nazis didn't find her yet. And then a soldier went, what? And then they went up to get Shawn.
Why are we dry snitching? It's like playing hide and seek, right? And your boy gets found, and all right, come out, bro. They found us. Fuck you mean they found us?
Dude, that's probably what Anne Frank said, you know? That's probably at the Okay, what were we saying? Okay, yeah, so I guess Shawn was not happy that the snarkers got him sued.
Right? And your boy gets found, and all right, come out, bro. They found us.
What are they gonna call me? Anti-Semitic? Bro, if Frogan calls me anti-Semitic, I'm okay with that.
Fuck you mean they found us? We? You speaking French? You speaking French? Leave me out of this. Leave me out of this.
Oh my god! I think that's. I gotta be honest with you though. He took this part in stride.
Teacher, he cheated too.
It is what happened though. That's literally the argument. Yeah, I mean, I did that, and I don't like Shawn, so I was on stream like, why aren't we suing Shawn the Black, dude? And I was cracking a joke that nobody probably watched his reply. But yeah,
you gotta laugh at these people. They want to be taken seriously.
Where's the clip from the subreddit where he was like crazy, like and fucking like hyper aggressive about it? I posted it on there. Yeah, that's where this is. I don't know if I have this. Shawn the Black is on his stream right now saying that Ethan is racist, said the N-word, and he called the audience pedophiles. And I replied back by saying, well, he didn't call for anyone's death, so I guess I see that as an improvement. That was a post yesterday, but I don't think they have a clip with it. That's kind of sad.
When I call you and not when XG and Asma reacted, to be fair, they probably.
So again, I don't know the context in which that was said. Just to be clear, so don't put that on Shawn if it's not accurate.
Didn't think this through.
Oh, thanks for hitting the goal.
Right. They probably didn't think that far ahead. They were trying to call out Ethan's massage.
Dude, he's just trying to cope with the fact that the snarkers totally threw him under the bus, dude, and they basically called the fucking. Dude, they called the Nazis and like, dude, I know that Shawn's been hiding up in that house. Why the fuck are you coming after me for? Dude, Taylor Lorenz. Okay, so this is another thing that happened since the last time we streamed. Taylor Enns retracted her misogyny label on Ethan and then shared a message with Kat Tenbarge. So associated with this whole thing, we briefly mentioned it earlier. Ethan started dropping a series of story posts saying like, hey, listen, I know people are really upset that I'm suing Shawn the Black or whatever. So if you guys don't want to have Shawn sued, all these people can just apologize to me and then I'll make it go away.
Yeah. Great. Bad move. It's not a great look to do. Great if you're trying to avoid committing copyright infringement. It's not great.
If you're trying to avoid copyright, okay, sue her.
Oh, shit.
What's the name of the guy,
bro.
Keemstar Orbiter?
No,
Mr.
bro.
Oreo.
Wait, I didn't know that was coming. Oh my god. What the fuck?
To avoid copyright, okay, sue her.
After he paraded on the internet about how he was going to sue me and he wanted to sue me, guess what? Still no lawsuit.
No! Bro! Holy fuck, dude.
Sue me, Ethan.
No!
Who the fuck cares?
Dude, this guy's going fucking demon mode. Oh my god, bro. Holy shit. Dude, he kept mauling them with their own clip. And then Taylor goes, okay, bet. I'm ever so sorry for calling you a misogynist, Ethan. Now please stop suing Shawn the Black. Actually, Taylor, his name is Shawn the Black. Why would you not include that? Jesus. Who absolutely doesn't deserve this. Dude, Taylor Enns tapped so hard, bro. Oh my god, Ethan is literally an insane abuser. Now he's saying he'll retract the lawsuit directed at Shawn the Black if Taylor and Kat Tenbarge apologize for justifiably calling him misogynist. Okay, he gives really good shoulder rubs, dude. He gives really good shoulder rubs. He's a masseuse, not a misogynist. I think there's a mistake here. And then Kat Tenbarge is like, actually, I never referred to Ethan Klein as a misogynist. It says the lawsuits have provoked a torrent of misogynistic abuse aimed at these women. It's like, oh, who cares? Who the fuck cares? Wow, you're saying that mean people online say mean things to people? When they do stupid shit? Dude, I'm sorry. Maybe you don't do the stupid thing. Like, this is like when people are like getting exposed on YouTube and you call them out and they're like, you sent a wave of harassment there. It's like, bro, that guy touched a kid. What are you talking about? Imagine they said that about like EDP 445. They're like, you've sent a lot of hate his way. It's like, he fucking got caught in a sting operation and you think that's my fault? I don't I'm sorry. If you don't do stupid shit, you don't have to deal with the consequences of doing stupid shit online, you know? That's not an apology at all. Oh no, I don't think Taylor Kat even apologized. I'll apologize for something I didn't say if it saves someone else from being financially destroyed. And then Ethan Klein chimed in and went, "Yeah, no.
I recommend
actually that's not good enough. Try harder."
Video.
Also, what was the title of the article again? You're right.
His battle with the Balrog, Shawn D.A. Black will take on the mantle as Shawn D.A. White.
Dude, wait, you're right. You're right. Shawn is gonna perish in this lawsuit and come back as Shawn the White. You're 100%. No, yeah, dude. No, he's gonna be Shawn the Gray. He's gonna come back, dude. He's gonna like do a reverse Gandalf. Holy fuck, dude.
Nicholas,
that's funny.
Thank you for the $5.
Oh my, like, dude, he's gonna be Shawn the Great, dude. Where is That's actually like a fire name, Shawn the Great. That would actually be kind of based. Where is I'd like
to give a big shout out to
fucking
Nicholas
Kat's
DeOrio.
article, Ethan Klein. I was trying to like remember what it was called. Yeah, it's titled Ethan Klein's War on Women. I don't even know if it was called that to begin with. I remember misogyny was like in the title, I thought, right? But yeah, sarcastic non-apologies will not be accepted. Snark, I need a mod to stick you a post with a heartfelt apology. Do this and I will tear up the complaint. I am 100% serious. He's probably sitting on a beach somewhere holding a fucking mojito in his hand right now, laughing hysterically while he types this. Yeah. Shawn responded saying, "You see, this is the last thing I'll say about this, but Ethan Klein was using me to, like, force accomplished women journalists to grovel to him, and it's ironically exactly what the misogyny that he claims is inaccurate in every post." What did he say that was misogynistic there? What did he start fucking saying to get back in the kitchen? Did he ask for their cup size? Where's the misogyny here? Like, what did he? What about that was specifically targeting women? Maybe you guys should send a man to do. Do you need to send a man to do their job for them so we can adequately respond? Is that what we need? Do we need Where the fuck is Steven Assrash? Steven Asarch, can you get in here and help these women so they're not being attacked? Can you stand next to Cat 10 Barge and stand next to Taylor Lorenz? Because clearly they can't handle this. I don't know. Yeah. We need to send a man in here to prevent any further misogyny.
He presents a false choice. Grovel to him as he exerts control because he wants to feel over women, or deny him whatever gratification he gets from the narcissistic behavior and subsequently be blamed by him for a small creator being sued. I reject this choice. Fuck you, Ethan.
Which is kind of base. He's like, yeah, fuck you, sue me. So that's fine. I'm still not sure if the Shawn lawsuit is a joke or not. I think it's a joke until Ethan's lawyer says there's real basis for a lawsuit. Shawn was in the snark list, so he probably was already considered and dropped out when it had enough evidence to continue.
The more you F around, the more you find out.
Yeah.
Get Gud Scrub.
Accomplished. LMFAO, weren't they both fired or laid off from actual news outlets?
Actually, I left on my own to pursue a business opportunity to be an independent journalist and not have to work under the corporations.
It's like, no, you suck at your job. You were probably like a hindrance to everyone around you. You're like a psychopath. I guess being fired is kind of an accomplishment. Yeah, attempted journalist Taylor Lorenz should hang out with attempted teachers Mika's Rhetoric, and attempted lawyer Mike from PA, and attempted entertainer Frogan. Holy shit, dude. All of these people are so close to being something. What a shame. Shawn the Black needs your help. Oh, this is a snark post, by the way. Unironically, this could be a funny caption for an H3H3 Reddit post, but no, this is snark.
The goat. Thank you for the $5.
He's Shawn, he's black, and he needs your help. Ethan Klein is filing a lawsuit. Donate right now to 555-4496.
Oh, okay, actually, there's one last thing. Right? And there's a lot of attention right now. And if you actually want to do me a solid, chatters, right? If you actually want to support me, this is what I want you to do. I want you to
call right now or he'll be Shawn the Broke.
I want you to mosey yourself down to this website here, gz4c.org/fight.
Wait, what?
Right? For the organization that I work at, Gen Z for Change,
Nicholas,
we have
the goat.
All right, this is kind of cool. So wait, he's pushing people to charity instead of himself. I mean, that's kind of stupid, but it is kind of cool that because I haven't even heard of Shawn setting up a GoFundMe for this. Low-key, this is admirable. Yeah, I have to give him credit for that. I mean, I don't think he's being sued. Maybe he doesn't think he's being sued. Maybe he thinks it's a joke too. But yeah, I actually think this is kind of based. I mean, I'm going to rag on him a lot this stream. Obviously, I pretty much did most of that already. But no, I mean, that's pretty cool if he's doing that.
If you go to H, hold institutions accountable.
Wait, hold on. We might have spoke too soon.
If you hate ICE, I don't like.
Oh no, this is about ICE. Yeah, this is cool.
I recommend watching.
One's in the chat if you don't like ICE.
Latest video.
You know what? I don't like you, Shawn. I think you're a fucking idiot, and you call for people to get killed a little too much or something, or maybe allegedly. But like, you know what? Fine. You're standing on business.
As in, like,
you have principles.
Christian enforcement. See, if you also don't like ICE, right? You might not have known that Hilton, Marriott, Choice hotels in Los Angeles are housing ICE, allowing ICE to conduct their raids.
I don't get it. Why don't you just wait for them to melt? That wasn't funny. I'm sorry.
Right? Now, twos in the chat if you think that that's unacceptable. See, that's a lot of twos. I, too, think it's unacceptable.
See, that's a lot, too. Like 3 people right in chat. That's actually the fastest I've ever seen it move, so there is some passion behind this.
And so, if you want to support...
So yeah, this is mostly just him promoting his thing against ICE.
With ICE.
ICE out of LA. Dude, could you imagine if ICE out of LA it was like fucking Ice Cube and fucking Ice-T standing there and be like, ICE out!
And if you want to see other...
You know who actually probably would really support these guys? Ice Cube. Unironically, Ice Cube hates Jews, right? Doesn't Ice Cube like really hate Jews?
You know, other ways you could help other initiatives, right? My day job, is agency for change.
Is that not accurate? I thought Ice Cube absolutely did not. Like, he went on a whole rant about Jews one time on Twitter. And obviously, he got fucked over by the record guy. And there was some stuff there, but...
Where we do fun stuff like this, will it work with Android? We have not...
If that's not accurate, I apologize. No! My whole chat's just like, no, Nick, you've mixed up the black guys. You're talking about fucking Kanye West. No, I know hip-hop, bro. I know I'm not mixing them up. No, Kanye West did not write No Vaseline, okay?
Posted the Android instructions, but like, between you and me,
Oh, no, Nick! You've mixed it up with another black rapper! What do you think I am, dude?
I can give you the Android instructions, right? It's just not on the website yet. You have to download an app called Automate from the Google Play Store.
So yeah, I'm gonna play a little of this. I don't think there's not really much else to say here. Ice Cube criticized for posting anti-Semitic image. Well, Ice Cube's long disturbing history of anti-Semitism from the Daily Beast. Yeah, I'm dude, I can't even put this on the screen. I can't. Go look up the Daily Beast article. I'll describe it. It's a bunch of clearly Jewish people playing like Monopoly on the board of like fucking like it's like a bunch of like dying dead people holding up the board while Jews play Monopoly. And the caption is fuck the new normal until they fix the old normal. And he also tweeted, I don't know what that is. It's like a Star of David with like a black cube. Is that a black ice cube inside of the Star of David? There's like a lot of these, dude. Dude, I'm pretty sure I'm not making this up right now. All right, let's finish this segment. I'm keeping Dan Saltman waiting. I mean, the headline isn't wrong. Dude, look at this. Ethan Klein wants to sue popular streamer Shawn the Black over gender equality. Fans calling him a racist. Wait, what is this from? The Times of India? This is where we've been relegated, chat. India Times, dude. Fuck New York Times. I'm here for India Times. So yeah, they're like, Ethan Klein wants to dispel rumors of gender equality claims. And now fans are calling him a racist. Bro, that's why I said you gotta sue Mike. You need to add one white guy. One white guy to the fucking lineup, dude. Times of India. Why does India care? I feel like India's got more shit to worry about than this drama. I don't know. I mean, the headline's not wrong. Ethan is racist for doing this. Why? Why is suing a black guy racist? I don't understand. Is it because like black people are unequally represented in prisons in America, so we can't use the legal system to like combat them or something? I mean, it's a civil crime, right? What is the like? I don't. What is happening here? I don't understand. Like, what is happening? Even if he didn't sue Shawn the Black, he'd still be racist, given how Frogan and Denims are Arab. What are you talking about? Now we can't sue Arab people. You know, one of them's 50% Irish, okay? Listen, Ethan hasn't even considered how their family was fucking mauled by the potato famine hundreds of years ago, dude. Like, dude,
I recommend watching.
Dude,
Nicholas
Jews can't
DeOrio's
sue anyone
latest
anymore
video.
without beating the allegations. Imiru talked about this. I don't really think there's much here to look at, but yeah, so she kind of chimed in and was like, ooh, reactions are kind of scary.
Are a little scary.
Okay, that was the one part that I saw, if you didn't already know.
Because I saw that some people are getting sued for reactions, but...
Thank you for hitting the goal! Thank you so much.
I mean, it's like a different case than what I do, I guess.
Again, even people who are tangentially aware, who really don't even know what's happening, are like, yeah,
Nicholas,
there's like a lawsuit over reactions, but it's not going to really
$5,
affect me. I don't do that.
So, surely it's different.
Can you do Amiru's voice? This is the first time I'm hearing her voice. Maybe I can like attempt to perfect it in the future.
Mr. Daly wouldn't sue me, we're homies.
She's got like, she sounds like Aiden.
Mr. Daly wouldn't sue me, we're homies.
Like Aiden, but like slightly higher pitch.
Mr. Daly wouldn't sue me, we're homies. He likes my tweets sometimes.
I just saw Keffel's tweet.
Yo, Dylan, thanks for 33 months.
Nicholas DeOrio.
It's people that like maliciously react. Like they...
now all I'm thinking about is the voice. But yeah, she's like, this isn't gonna affect me. This is just for malicious reactors who don't watch the video, who don't even watch the video. Like, I don't know, people who are outside of this drama who aren't hyper thinking about like fucking the fucking fair use ruling and all this shit. Like, anybody outside of the hyper anti Ethan Klein or hyper anti Hasan train who listens to this goes, well, I just gotta react a little bit when I watch the videos and I'll be fine.
People they hate and they're like, watch me so that they don't get any views.
The goat.
Like, yeah,
Thank you for the
like, is she
$5,
compromised too? Is she like, dude, has she collected the Klein check?
Can't do that. That's not good.
England and Rose.
Also, it's funny that she's playing this while like American Boy is playing in the background. Why do Twitch streamers still? Is there a rule in place? Because I get playing copyrighted music when you can cut it out at the beginning of the VOD. But imagine doing your content to literal fucking copyrighted music. Because I wouldn't be able to post my VODs on YouTube that way. Is the intent when you're talking about drama to play copyrighted music so it can't get shared? I'm not really sure, but yeah, I might even literally get claimed for playing that clip. It was playing in the background so low, I didn't even realize it was like there. Twitch had a deal, didn't it? I don't know. They were talking like, we showed the email and they're like, I can't believe these companies are acting this way when we were ready and willing to talk to them. It's like, that's not, they hate you, motherfucker. Dude, Viacom fucking hates you. They're not looking to make a deal with you, dude. I don't know. Maybe they don't. Some dude the other day was like, Nick, I don't know why you call Mr. Beast Jimmy. He doesn't know you. And I'm like, I mean, he kind of does. Like, what are you talking about? Like, what are you talking about? Maybe Viacom loves them. Maybe I'm just making that up. Asmongold and his editors seem to be loving the Casey Tron Ethan fallout. You shouldn't have talked shit. Got this clip right here.
Years of my life. It's just like, I don't know.
It's not the next several, it's your whole life. Your whole life on the internet. It's just going to keep getting worse.
You know, I'm just so fucking tired. It's like you don't get a lot of support.
I'm not tired. I just woke up.
You know, Asmongold's community, Tectone's community is now claiming.
That's right. You shouldn't have talked shit about me. What do you think? I'm a target dummy? You think I'm supposed to just take it? And also, I barely even talk about you. The only time I think about you is whenever you're talking about me.
Oh, shit! I don't know, this clip kind of sucks. XQC doesn't think you should okay, so this is another one. Casey Tron has been like crying like a bitch the entire week and trying to like form sympathy. And for people who don't really know Casey Tron, I guess that's like, okay, maybe they're starting to feel bad or whatever. But Casey Tron is like how do I describe this? She's kind of like a satire terrorist. I don't Dude, I don't know. She has said some absolutely truly horrific shit to people in the past. I don't know.
I'm pretty sure. Hard, okay. Don't let tears blind you.
She is like a vapid piece of shit.
From how low these people stoop when they see an opportunity to strike, okay, they go as low as possible. She did some thing about like Asmon's mom, I'm pretty sure. She tweeted some shit about me when I was going to my court case and my
you know, she constantly butts into random drama and then cries. Again, it's the same thing with all these people. Oh my god, I'm such a victim, please no! And then nobody talks about them for 2 weeks and they say some like horrific shit on Twitter that makes them go viral again.
She piled on.
I saw one post today, and it's a defense of Destiny, so it's not really worth fucking dragging up. But it was like, I saw that Destiny did shrooms one time and took a heroic dose that made him want to kill himself. It would be a real shame if he took another horrific dose. But again, obviously Destiny's not the perfect victim to talk about here, I guess. But yeah, she's just like a vapid piece of shit.
Yo, when she sees a weak target, she strikes as hard as she can.
Constantly. I mean, listen, XQC is kind of a fucking moron, but he's 100% right here. H3 subreddit put together a meme of Taylor Lorenz concerned trolling over Ethan Klein. Ethan is raging misogynist who hates women. He doxes and smears women. He relishes in making women suffer. He is endangering my safety. Ethan is a misogynistic asshole who is orchestrating multiple harassment campaigns against women with the explicit goal of terrorizing and bankrupting.
On Nicholas DeOrio.
Ethan cannot stop himself from harassing women. Fuck you, Ethan. You're a disgusting,
Damn,
worthless person.
I'm late. What did I miss?
A lot.
Also, here's $20.
Thank you.
Not go to the room temperature Celsius IQ orbiter of Hasan. also Destiny, Ethan, now Hasan.
Yes. Ethan cannot stop himself from harassing women. We read that one already. Wow, this obsessed loser responded on his birthday. Picture this. It's your 40th birthday. You're on summer break, and you're also a multimillionaire with 3 kids. Yet you spend the day browsing Reddit, collecting clips of women you're suing to repost in your never-ending stream of Instagram stories. Actually, picture this. You created a clip channel, and you stood on business to like leave or whatever and not cover him anymore, right? But then your entire public aesthetic is you use his beanie,
the goat.
you wear his
Thank you for the
name,
$5,
you
my
have to
man.
change your name to EB, which is close to AB, because you don't want people to know that you're literally named after him. Your entire public image is Ethan Klein. You can't transition to anything else because you don't really have anything else to transition to.
No way, no!
And he gets really upset when you point it out. This guy could, dude, he got stuck in Ethan's skin when he was trying to walk.
Always Cal of BEHD.
Thank you. We're almost to the point of the stream where the fucking guy comes in from the caves. The cave guy is coming soon, I imagine. He's gonna tell me about the caves.